Breaking. Erica Mena just dropped a DNA bomb so explosive. It didn't just shake the love and hip-hop universe, it knocked Yandy flat out cold. Like, literally collapsed. We're talking heels in the air, drama in the air, and Mendeecees. With that classic "it wasn't me" look on his face. But baby, the receipts. Oh, they're loud, clear, and wrapped in governance-style manila folders with results no one was ready for. I mean, can you imagine going through years of chaos, reality TV therapy, and vow renewals only to be blindsided by a piece of paper with more bite than Erica's whole Instagram comment section? Here's the million-dollar question. Is Mendeecees really the baby daddy? Or is this just another clout chase wrapped in a onesie and TikTok filters? And more importantly, how did Erica get her hands on DNA documents that left Yandy on the courtroom floor like she just witnessed? A ghost wearing designer sneakers and guilt. The drama isn't just brewing, it's spilling, boiling. It's blowing up timelines from Atlanta to New York. Get ready, because what you're about to hear isn't just scandal. It's the kind of mess that makes TMZ look like a bedtime story. Buckle up. This is messy. Fast forward to this bombshell moment. Erica didn't come empty-handed. She came with results. Real DNA results. The kind that make lawyers shuffle papers nervously and publicists stop answering their phones. The courtroom fell into silence as she handed over the sealed envelope with a confidence that screamed, "I've been waiting for this." Yandy, sitting just feet away, reportedly looked puzzled at first till the papers were read aloud. The percentage, 99.99%. That's not a maybe, not a possibility. That's cold, calculated confirmation. Erica didn't flinch. She stood there like a scandalous statue of truth while the entire gallery gasped. And Yandy, the poor woman, collapsed. Not like a fainting actress in a soap opera, no. This was a real slow-motion fall, clutching her pearls and her pride. Medics were called. The judge banged the gavel. Mendeecees didn't say a word. And why would he? What could he possibly say that would reverse the scientific truth printed on that paper? But don't get it twisted, Erica didn't stop there. She came with visuals too. Oh yes, this wasn't just a paper trail. She pulled out her phone and recorded, played a private voice note of Mendeecees allegedly telling her, "You know this baby yours. You already know what it is." The courtroom exploded. Phones were up. Security tried to shut it down, but by then it was too late. The story had already left the building. Within minutes, social media was on fire. #YandyDown was trending. Memes popped up showing a cartoon Yandy falling off a DNA envelope like it was a surfboard in a tsunami of lies. Twitter went crazy. Instagram influencers did instant breakdowns, and TikTok, please. Users reenacted the scene with wigs, court background filters, and even edited in ambulances. Meanwhile, Mendeecees' face was everywhere, looking confused. Then guilty, then straight up disconnected, like he'd just remembered he left the stove on at home. And while fans debated the timeline, others started pulling up old clips. Like that awkward love and hip-hop reunion where Mendeecees refused to answer whether he'd be faithful to Yandy if the cameras weren't rolling. Remember that? Yeah, now it's resurfaced and aged like unrefrigerated milk. People are calling it a red flag in 4K. Erica, meanwhile, isn't hiding. She's embracing the villain edit like it's a designer handbag. That same night, she posted a boomerang in front of a full-length mirror wearing a t-shirt that said 99.99%. Match with the caption, "Don't argue with science." Savage? Absolutely effective. You bet. But here's the thing that makes this mess even messier. Talk that Erica's receipts might only be part of the story. Because according to an anonymous hairstylist/confidant who claims to have been present during one of the hotel nights, this wasn't a one-time slip-up. This was a full-on months-long arrangement. There were texts, calls, private Snapchats, even a secret Netflix profile. And guess what the profile name was? That might sound innocent until you realize it was linked to an account last. Accessed from a Georgia hotel room the same week Mendeecees claimed. He was in New York filming a charity segment with Yandy. The lies are crumbling. You can't make this up. Or maybe you can, but the receipts are too detailed, too loud, and too damn bold to ignore. And while Yandy's team tries to regroup, the silence from Mendeecees is getting louder by the second. No statement. No denial. No attempt to control the narrative. Just a series of cryptic Instagram stories showing him hiking alone in the woods. Talking about clearing energy and staying grounded? Baby, you better ground yourself in that DNA result, because the internet is not letting go. Erica, she's only getting started. Word on the street is that she's got another envelope waiting, one she didn't reveal in court yet. Some insiders claim it includes signed affidavits from a hotel staffer and a blurry but damning surveillance screenshot that looks an awful lot like Mendeecees sneaking into a hallway room in sweatpants and a hoodie. No face shown, but that walk, that posture. Twitter thinks it's a match, and so do fans who've turned into gait analysis experts overnight. All of this while Yandy is said to be in seclusion, according to a cousin's now-deleted Facebook post. She hasn't been spotted publicly since the court incident. And her PR team is spinning the silence as a time for healing and reflection. But come on now, this ain't no wellness retreat. Allegedly, divorce papers were requested the day after court, though no filing has been confirmed. Still, when there's smoke, there's usually a fire. And baby, this one's an inferno asterisk, and the heat isn't dying down anytime soon, because just when people thought they'd seen the worst of it, another piece of this messy puzzle surfaced and threw the whole internet into chaos. A voice recording allegedly sent from Erica's phone to an unnamed producer leaked online, and in it, she calmly lays out a full timeline of her connection with Mendeecees. Locations, gifts he sent, and even a few phrases he supposedly used to keep her quiet, like, Yandy can't find out, and this, don't leave the suite. The tone of the voice was calm, calculated, and confident. Like a woman who's no longer asking for validation, but delivering a final sermon. The audio alone had fans doing full breakdowns like it was the Zapruder film, dissecting background, noise, tone, pacing, and even a faint echo that one TikTok investigator claims matches a known luxury hotel in Midtown Atlanta. But the real sting? Erica claiming that Mendeecees told her he'd always have love for her and that she was his piece away from the chaos. A phrase that quickly made its way into memes and merch faster than Yandy could delete old anniversary posts. And speaking of Yandy, her silence has reached deafening levels. People close to her say she's devastated, but others are saying she's furious. So furious. She's reportedly been working behind the scenes to find out who within her own circle leaked internal texts and court updates to the blogs. Because yes, someone from the inside is feeding information, and it's too accurate to be coincidence. A private message from Yandy's phone surfaced in a gossip forum, showing a conversation with a close friend where she allegedly says, "Knew he was lying, but I didn't think it would be this deep. I feel played, betrayed, and humiliated." That message alone sparked an entirely new debate, because fans were divided. Was Yandy the victim, or had she been turning a blind eye, all along for the sake of appearances and brand deals? One thing's for sure, the court of public opinion is in session, and there's no mercy in these streets. Meanwhile, Mendeecees finally made a move, and what a move it was. Out of nowhere, he posted a black and white selfie on Instagram with a caption that read, "Truth don't need validation. Stand on it." No tagging, no clarification, no emotion, just a vague flex wrapped in ego and denial. But that post backfired almost immediately, with thousands of comments accusing him of gaslighting, dodging accountability, and hiding behind cryptic quotes like a man cornered by receipts. And the receipts kept coming. a former driver who used to work for the studio where Mendeecees was filming an upcoming documentary, came forward anonymously, claiming that on multiple occasions he picked Mendeecees up from locations that weren't part of the shooting schedule. The driver even described one instance where Erica allegedly got in the car wearing a hoodie, sunglasses, and carrying a large designer bag that seemed suspiciously out of place for someone just running errands. He said, and I quote, "It felt like I was driving them away from something, not to something." That quote alone became a punchline across social media. But the underlying message was clear: more people knew what was going on than anyone let on, and now they're starting to talk. And it wasn't just close associates chiming in. Even other reality stars started commenting, with one well-known cast member from Love and Hip Hop Miami cryptically tweeting, "It's always the ones screaming loyalty the loudest that fold the fastest." Fans instantly assumed the tweet was about Mendeecees and Erica, especially since the account liked several posts about the DNA scandal before deleting the tweet hours later. But the damage was already done. The entire Love and Hip Hop franchise was under a microscope now, and producers were reportedly scrambling to figure out how to spin this into a mid-season cliffhanger. And just when things felt like they couldn't spiral any further, Erica posted again, this time from a spa, soaking in a tub surrounded by rose petals, champagne in hand, and the caption simply read, "Peace is paid in full." The post went viral. Fans argued whether it was classy, cruel, or calculated, but one thing no one could deny was that Erica was owning the narrative while Yandy was missing in action. Rumors even started circulating that Yandy had changed the locks on their shared New York apartment and told staff not to let Mendeecees in unless he came with legal representation. Whether true or not, the image of Mendeecees standing outside his own place while fans yell, "Who's the daddy?" from passing cars was too much for the internet to ignore. Even blogs that don't normally cover Love and Hip Hop were jumping in, dissecting the implications of paternity fraud, marital betrayal, and reality TV manipulation like it was a White House scandal. Meanwhile, Erica's camp teased that she still hadn't revealed everything. Her stylist dropped a cryptic message on IG stories that read, "If y'all thought that was wild, wait until she drops the second envelope," followed by a smirking photo of Erica holding what looked like another manila folder in the background. Fans immediately speculated that the second envelope might contain court subpoenas, bank transactions, or even video evidence, and while nothing was confirmed, the anticipation grew by the hour. The blogs were refreshing every 5 minutes. Reddit threads were expanding like wildfire, and YouTube reactors were uploading reaction videos in real time, guessing what Erica would expose next. And all the while, Mendeecees stayed eerily quiet, as if hoping that ignoring it long enough would make the truth disappear. But the internet doesn't forget. And neither does Erica, because this wasn't just about proving a point anymore. It was about public redemption and making sure everyone who ever doubted her regretted it. And just when the dust looked like it might settle, it was like Erica lit another match and tossed it right back into the fire. In a move that no one saw coming, she posted what appeared to be a clip from a private security camera showing a man entering her building at 2:43 a.m. on a night that lined up perfectly with one of the dates she mentioned in her leaked timeline. The footage was grainy, the figure had his hood up, but the walk, the shoes, the posture had people screaming it was Mendeecees. Within hours, side-by-side comparisons were flooding social media, matching the grainy figure's stance to a clip of Mendeecees walking into a reunion special last season. Users slowed it down frame by frame, analyzing shoulder tilts, left foot drag, even hand gestures. One user even made a 10-minute deep dive video titled "Gate. Is this really Mendeecees?" And it went viral. The court of public opinion wasn't waiting for any official confirmation. Judgment had been passed. Meanwhile, Yandy's silence shattered when she finally posted a black screen with a caption that read, "When the foundation cracks, everything falls. I'm picking up my pieces in peace." The comments section erupted with sympathy, but the undertone was clear: she was done. Rumors began flying that divorce papers were not just requested but already filed under sealed records. Her reps refused to confirm or deny. But legal experts chimed in, saying the timing made sense if she wanted to protect assets before the media got wind. And just when you thought Erica would ride off into the sunset with her DNA papers in one hand and champagne in the other, she dropped one final twist-a-sonogram image posted to her story with the caption, "Round 2. Let's see who denies this one." The internet erupted. Was she pregnant again? Was this tied to Mendeecees? Was this revenge or reality? No confirmation came, but Erica didn't need to explain. The insinuation was loud enough to send every blog, podcast, and tabloid into a frenzy. Old clips were dug up of Mendeecees saying he didn't want more kids, that he was focusing on rebuilding his relationship with Yandy. Suddenly, those clips became haunting. Suddenly, everything felt like a scripted build-up to this moment of implosion. Producers from the show stayed eerily quiet. Sources say they were trying to renegotiate contracts to allow certain footage to air next season. But insiders claim Yandy is refusing to sign off on anything that shows her breakdown or court reactions. Her image was at stake and she was done, letting others control the narrative. Meanwhile, Mendeecees had yet to give a real statement. One outlet caught him walking out of a gym, and when asked if the baby was his, all he did was smirk and say, "No comment," before getting into his SUV. That clip was replayed on loop across platforms, with people accusing him of arrogance, cowardice, or worse, apathy. His lack of denial was being treated as confirmation by the court of public perception, and Erica, she was bathing in the chaos. Days later, she went live, surrounded by friends, playing Truth Hurts in the background while sipping wine and laughing whenever someone mentioned the word Maury. It was obvious she was loving every second of this revenge arc, and too many she'd already won. Not just because of the DNA or the footage, or the receipts, but because she had managed to completely unravel what once looked like one of the strongest relationships in the franchise. And yet the final blow didn't come from Erica. It came from the least expected place: on anonymous email leaked to a gossip site containing a scanned photo of what appeared to be a notarized agreement, allegedly signed by Mendeecees and Erica, outlining terms of a private settlement regarding child support and non-disclosure. While the authenticity couldn't be verified, the details matched to many known facts to be dismissed. The amount? A 5-figure monthly payment. The terms? Absolute silence. The signature date? Just weeks before the court hearing. Real? It meant Mendeecees had known the child was his all along, and that he tried to bury it before Erica could go public. If that interview airs, it might be the final nail in the coffin for Mendeecees' public image. What started as a petty DNA drop turned into a full-blown takedown. The lies weren't just exposed, they were excavated, displayed, and paraded through every digital street with flags waving and receipts flying. Erica got her revenge. Yandy got her awakening. Mendeecees got caught. And the rest of us, we got front row seats to one of the messiest, most dramatic, most scandalous exposes reality TV has ever inspired. If you thought this was just another reality TV drama, think again. This wasn't scripted. This wasn't edited for shock value. This was real people, real betrayals, real receipts served cold and unforgiving. Erica didn't just bring a DNA test. She brought a truth bomb that shattered reputations, exposed lies, and left a whole marriage in ruins. Yandy is rebuilding, Mendeecees is unraveling, and Erica, well, she's sipping wine and watching the internet do what it does best: judge, dissect, and devour. But we want to hear from you. Was Erica out of line or just reclaiming her power? Is Yandy the ultimate victim, or someone who ignored red flags for too long? And what about Mendeecees' master manipulator, or just another man caught up in his own mess? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this story is far from over and we know the tea is still brewing. Make sure you like this video if you're here for the truth and nothing but the truth. Subscribe so you don't miss the next scandal. And turn on that notification bell because trust us, the next chapter in this saga is coming. And you're not going to want to miss a second of it. Stay tuned.